Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this video is to help prepare you for the quiz that is on Edmodo starting now and is due on Friday, April 5th. So this will kind of take you through a few examples on what you need to know for that quiz. So the first thing you might encounter, you may have seen it in your book already for Monday night's homework, was the word polynomial. So a polynomial is an expression where there's more than one term and it's added or subtracted together. And then there are monomials and binomials, and anything above a binomial is also called a polynomial. So let's look at some examples here and see if we can figure this out. Monomials would be like 3x, 2, 7, 3xy, negative 18x. Those are all monomials. They only have one term. A binomial has two terms that's put together with addition or subtraction. So 3x plus 2y would be a binomial. 47 minus y is a binomial. 2x plus 3 is a binomial. So anything where you have two terms put together with addition or subtraction. So a polynomial then is anything above that. There's actually what's called a trinomial, which would be three terms, but usually we just call them polynomials. So that would be like 3x squared plus 7y plus 8x plus 1. That would be a polynomial. Really anything that's put together by addition or subtraction. So with that being said, we want to talk about how to add and subtract polynomials. So today in class, Mr. Bushman told you how to multiply polynomials. We just didn't call them polynomials. But now you're going to add and subtract them. And adding and subtracting polynomials is kind of a review. All we need to do is collect like terms. So you would have 5x cubed, and that's a like term with 3x cubed. So 5x cubed plus 3x cubed is going to give you 8x cubed. I've got a positive 4x squared and another 4x squared. That will be 8x squared. Then I have negative 2x. I don't have anything to combine with that, so it's going to go along for the ride, as is this negative 6. So that would be my polynomial. I have added these polynomials together. I am just collecting like terms. So we'll do another one. I have 4x cubed plus x cubed, and we know that a 1 lives right there. So 4x cubed and 1x cubed will be 5x cubed. Just combining our Skittles and M&Ms here. I have 2x squared and negative 3x squared. So that's going to be a negative 1x squared. I have this x here that I don't have anything to combine it with. And then again, this minus 4 will just come along for the ride. So that would be how I add polynomials. I just add the like terms together. Now here's subtraction. Subtraction's a little bit more difficult than adding, but not much more. I need to remember that the value 1 lives right here, and that this is really like a negative 1 that lives right here. So before I even can get started, I need to really distribute a negative 1 to everything in here. So I would have negative 3x squared, a positive x, and a positive 8. And once I do that, then I can just add these together, just like I did on the other two slides, where I'm just combining my like terms. So I've got 4x squared plus a negative 3x squared. That would be 1x squared. I have negative 3x plus x, which is a negative 2x. And lastly, I have 5 and 8, which is 13. So that would be the solution. Next. Again, remember that this is a plus a negative 1 out here. So you distribute the negative 1 to everything on the inside. So you have a positive y squared, a negative 4y, and a positive 3. And you just add that to this first polynomial. Combine your like terms. 5y squared and y squared is 6y squared. 2y and a negative 4y is a negative 2y. And lastly, negative 4 and 3 is a negative 1. Last one, we'll look at it in terms of functions. So if I identify or define a function as negative 2n squared plus 2n minus 4, and another function as 4n squared plus 5, and I want the difference of f of x minus g of x, I just need to set that up. So I would have negative 2n squared plus 2n minus 4 and add 4n squared plus 5. So I'm just adding the two functions together, which means, again, I just have to collect my like terms. So I'd have negative 2n squared plus 4n squared, which is 2n squared. 2n doesn't have anything to go with, so it's just going to go along for the ride. And negative 4 and 5 is 1. So that is the solution to f of x plus g of x. Oh, too bad Ms. Fike did the sum instead of the difference. So we'll just say the sum. Had I solved it correctly according to my own directions, I would have needed to make this a subtraction in here. But if I just change it to the sum of f of x and gx, we're good. So you need to practice the questions on page 557, 17 through 25 odd, number 33 and 35. They will be due, and we will be checking to see that it's done on Friday, April 5th. And you need to complete the online quiz, or the quiz that is on Edmodo, by Friday. If you have any questions, please see Mr. Bushman or Ms. Fike.